PHP-IDE provides an ability to debug PHP scripts in parallel. This is made possible by parallel debugging and turning on debugging sessions available in PHP-IDE. The example presented in this movie uses NewSphere's well-known newSoap PHP class to create simple SOAP server and client scripts. NewServer.php implementing the server, and newClient.php implementing a very simple client. NewServer.php makes use of newSoap PHP residing in the lib directory, the implementation of newSoap web services. You can use NewSphere's code navigator to check out all of the classes and methods available in that file. newClient.php instantiates SOAP client available in newSoap and then simply makes a call to a method called getQuote implemented in newServer. As you can see, it's a client-server application, and the ability to debug client and server in parallel would be very helpful. So let me show you how it's done in PHP-IDE. Simply start debugging session in new client by hitting Run and Debug button. Default browser immediately comes up. Execution breaks in the first line according to the settings. And now we're debugging newClient.php. We can step through the line, see how SOAP client is instantiated, and take a look at it. Take a look at locals, globals, set up the watch if we'd like to, look at breakpoints available already, and the call stack. Now, if I continue debugging session, just hit Run and Debugger again, something interesting happens. This dialog comes up and tells me that new debug session has started in the script called newServer, and asking me whether I want to activate it. Yes, sure. I activate this session, and now, all of a sudden, I am in newServer.php, the file located on the server, and I now have not one, but whole two debug sessions. One is currently active debugging of newServer, and another one, the one that I started before, on the client. Client, server. On the server, I can do the same thing that I could do on the client. Check out the server as it's instantiated, step through. I have a breakpoint here, which should be hit by the client call. So if I continue debug session, yes, sure enough, I hit that breakpoint. I can step through there, switch to client and see what's going on. Still waiting for the call to come back. I hit that breakpoint here. Go back to this session. Each of the sessions has associated stack trace, locals, global variables, and so on. See the headers. On the server, I can see the request generated by the client. Hit continue button, and boom! Tells me that my other session has finished. I can go back to my client session. So there's another session is waiting in the background. It's a nice warm feeling that somebody is waiting for me. Hit yes. And I'm back to my client, stepping through the results. You can see that the result returned from the server was 120, and that's the hard-coded stock price for Yahoo, which I guess is the thing of the long, long past. This is how easy it really is in PHP-IDE. You can debug two scripts in parallel. You can certainly use it on all sorts of client-server PHP applications. You can also easily imagine an application that produces HTML with requests to other scripts that will give way to multiple debugging sessions going at once. Quite often, PHP frameworks work this way, and another use case which would be very typical for parallel debugging is, of course, PHP CLI applications, where one PHP script simply calls another. I hope you'll check out PHP-IDE, this feature and many others, and in the next movie we'll show you how code completion works for PHP 5.3 syntax constructs. Thank you very much.